Welcome back inside the 47 ABC News Hour. If you just so happened to miss Monday Night Football last night between the Ravens and the Browns, you missed without a doubt the game of the year. The Ravens crushed Cleveland in Week 1, but the teams came into yesterday on totally different paths. Baltimore came in with 4 losses in their last 5 games, while the Browns were looking for their 5th straight victory. This game was so good. We're cutting straight to the 4th quarter. Ravens up 14, Baker Mayfield tossing his 2nd touchdown of the night. 2-point conversion would be good, so it's a 6-point game. While that was going on, Lamar Jackson back to the locker room with cramps. I think he might have had the bubble guts while Lamar was in the back. The Browns making a comeback. Mayfield looking around, finding a lane outside, getting into the end zone right here. So with 6 minutes left, Cleveland takes a 1-point lead. Trace McSorley gets hurt on 3rd down. Out of the locker room comes Jackson. He feels better now. He's relieved himself. 4th and 6, and he's going to relieve the offense, finding Hollywood Brown wide open behind the defense for a 44-yard touchdown. The Ravens get the 2-point conversion, so Cleveland down 7. And this drive takes all of 42 seconds before Cleveland gets into the end zone. Mayfield going to find Kareem Hunt outside. He cuts inside and scores, but they leave a minute plus on the clock for Jackson and the Ravens offense, and they have the best kicker in the game. Justin Tucker lines it up from 55 yards out and drills it. 89 points, the most ever on Monday night. This game had it all. The Ravens come out with a huge boost in their playoff chances after a 47-42 win.
I will say to the Browns, that's a really, really good football team with a lot of heart. They played a very good football game, and we played a very good football game. It was it's a game that's going to go down in history. So, just proud to be a part of it, and really proud of our players. I mean, if you wrote a movie about this, people wouldn't believe it. They would say it could never happen. You know.
I completely agree. Sticking with the football theme for some local news, former Delmar High School football standout Shane Leatherberry has come to a contract agreement with the BC Lions of the Canadian Football League. Leatherberry walked on at Towson University and became one of the best wide receivers in program history. He spent some time with the Arizona Cardinals after going undrafted this past April in the NFL draft. So congratulations to Shane. We'll have a story with him later on this week. And speaking of signings, a monster deal in the NBA today that I felt obligated to report. Giannis Antetokounmpo has reached a deal that will keep him in Milwaukee with the Bucks for the next 5 years for a reported $228 million. That is the most in NBA history. We will have more on this deal later. The breakdowns are crazy, but I had to put that in here. A star player getting $250 million in the middle of a pandemic. Truly, truly something else. That's going to do it for sports. International news is up next. Stay with us. You're watching 47 ABC.
You're watching 47 ABC Sports, voted outstanding year-round local sports.
Welcome back inside the 47 ABC News Hour. We began with yesterday's Thursday night football game. 2 teams had matched up in Super Bowl 36. The Patriots and the Rams. That guy is successful in that game 18 years ago. Last night, not so much. The Patriots could not stop the run at all. Rams rookie Cam Akers finished with 171 yards on the ground. That would lead to the game's first score. LA would go up 10-0. Next New England possession, Cam Newton looking for the screen. He finds Kenny Young, who plays for the Rams. Young's going to take it 79 yards the other way for the pick 6. And just like that, early second quarter, the Patriots already down 17-0. Things would not improve after that. They had trouble protecting Newton. They could not run the ball. They couldn't get much of anything going on offense. LA wins 24-3. After the game, Newton asked about his concern on possibly being benched.
Coach took you out of the game with a little over 10 minutes left. Are you concerned about not or being benched for next week or anything like that?
That's not my call. I'm just doing what I'm asked. I just have to still go into each and every week with the mentality to keep getting better, and that's what I plan on doing.
Something to keep an eye on. On to the NBA. The Wizards are prepping for the NBA season. Of course, Washington acquired that guy, former MVP Russell Westbrook, last week. Russ has practiced a few days with the team already and is adjusting to his new squad. A lot of people don't really know what to expect with this year's team with so many different promising pieces, starting with the former MVP. Rui Hachimura says he loves the acquisition of Russ and is looking forward to this year.
He's almost like a head coach, you know. I'm like, he always talks to us, you know. He always talks to me. You know, he's a great guy. You know, I like to play with him. You know, he actually changed our energy. You know, the team. You know, it's been really great. You know, I'm so happy that he's here, and yeah, I think it's gonna be great.
And back here locally, it's Friday, of course, so we are prepping for an all-new Delmarva Sports Insider this evening. Brandon Bossert and myself are diving into everything as we get that rematch between Sussex Central and Smyrna. Woodbridge is in action tomorrow. They will travel to Archmere. We'll give some predictions to that game, and we are also strolling through state championship Saturday tomorrow. Delmar Field Hockey looking for their 5th straight state title. Cape and Polytech will battle it out for the other. And Indian River Boys Soccer looking for that Division II title. All of those games are tomorrow, but we will preview them tonight on Delmarva Sports Insider. You are not going to want to miss it here on 47 ABC at 11. That's going to do it for sports. Look at Your National News is up next. Stay with us. You're watching 47 ABC. Welcome back to 47 ABC News at 11. Dante Trader Jr. first arrived on the high school sports scene for us back in the fall of 2017. A freshman for Delmar who made plays like that en route to helping the Cats claim a state title. He furthermore caught our eye by his sheer skill on the lacrosse fields before transferring to McDonough in Baltimore County. Upon following his journey, it's brought us to today. Trader Jr. signed his letter of intent to play football and lacrosse at the University of Maryland at College Park. The Terps are getting a stud on and off the field, and honestly, one of the best all-around young men I've encountered in my time here covering sports. Trader is a part of a great recruiting class by Maryland football head coach Mike Loxley and will play lacrosse for the Terps' legendary program under head coach John Tillman. Trader Jr. says he's always wanted to go to UMD and is primed and prepared for his next journey.
So as everybody knows, like back when I was younger, like this is what I dreamed of. So it was kind of a no-brainer. Once they reached out, I was like, yeah, I'm coming here. So like I didn't even have to he didn't even have to explain what he was trying to do. I was already locked on board. God wouldn't have chose me to go do this if he didn't think I was built for it. So like when I decided to play 2 sports, I knew everything I was going to get into. So for the people out there that come to me like, oh, it's going to be a lot, it's going to be a lot. If you don't think that I didn't sit down with my parents or myself or prayed to God that I was going to go through all these hardships when I get there, I'm going to be ready. Stuff is going to go bad, but I'm going to come out strong and I'm going to stay with 2 sports.
Well said, sir. A few more Delmarva natives taking the step to the next level. Former Stephen Decatur defensive lineman Zion Shockley also headed to College Park. He is a part of that great recruiting class by Coach Loxley as well. How about Parkside Volleyball's Reagan Bunting? She's headed to Division III Muhlenberg. She also got accepted into their pre-health program, so congrats to her. And Easton Star quarterback Ryan O'Connor making it official. He will be headed to the University of Delaware to continue his academic and athletic career. So congratulations to all the ladies and the gentlemen here on the shore that are on their way to the next level. And our latest Delmarva Sports Insider Player of the Week with over 40% of the vote. Our latest honoree, none other than Delmar sophomore Macy Bradford. Macy had 2 goals in Delmar's 4-1 state championship clinching win on Saturday against Clairville. Bradford helped the Cats claim their 5th straight state title. She had the game's first goal and she finished it up with the game's final goal. Delmar had another monster year and a lot of credit goes to Macy and her play, so congratulations to her and her team in their Strive for 5. That's going to do it for sports. A final look at your forecast is just ahead. Keep it right here. You're watching 47 ABC. Welcome back to 47 ABC News at 11. Shore native Shane Leatherberry continues to defy the odds. The Del Mar alum went from walk-on at Towson to an NFL contract earlier this year. But in the year of COVID, Leatherberry didn't have much of a chance to make his mark with the Arizona Cardinals. But thanks to some persistence, his dream of playing in the pros is not over. A new chapter in the story is currently being written. 47 ABC's Brandon Bossert has more.
The next guy, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse because somebody else is getting better than you. So you just gotta get up and do it, you know. And you gotta want the best for you.
One door closes, another opens. Shane Leatherberry is now a member of the BC Lions in the Canadian Football League. His time in the NFL with the Arizona Cardinals was brief, but it came with a lot of valuable lessons and knowledge.
I remember in one meeting we were talking about a slant route for an hour, you know, 3-step slant. You think it's so simple. Getting to send coach little clips of me doing stuff and having them correct things and tell me what I should work on.
Shane didn't make the cut with the Cards, but hard work and perseverance kept him going.
Pretty much after that, it's just about like, what's next? You know, what are you going to do to be prepared next time? So it's just about like making sure that next time I'm there, I'm ready for that.
He came back home to Delmarva, but always kept his eyes on his dreams. Leatherberry says he couldn't have made it this far without his local teammates giving him that extra push.
You just can't do some things by yourself. I got great people around me, you know, JD, my trainer. I trained with a kid, Nelson Brown, as well, and Travell Jones, and they pushed me, you know, like more than I could ever push myself.
The dreams of playing in the NFL on Sundays still shine bright, but for now they need to be put on the back burner. For now, the focus is on leaving a mark up in Vancouver.
For me, I'm focused on the CFL. Like, you know, when you're in college, you're thinking about the next level. When you're in high school, you're thinking about next level. But I learned, you know, it's best to be just, you know, be where your feet are, is what my coaches say. I'm very grateful for this opportunity. I'm not going to overlook it thinking about the NFL because I'm not going to get there if I don't handle what I have to handle right now.
Now, Shane is set to head out to Vancouver in March. Of course, all of that is dependent upon this virus. In case you're wondering, BC finished with a 5-13 record in 2019. All right, over to some hockey news, and really disappointing for all parties involved. Capitals goalie Henrik Lundqvist announced today that he will miss the entire 2021 season. The news came on Twitter today after a heart condition was recently discovered by his doctors. Well, the 38-year-old had played his entire 15-year career with the New York Rangers before he signed a one-year, $1.5 million deal to star in the district this upcoming season. Well, King Henry did not officially retire. He said he wants to take the next few months to figure out what the best course of action is. Of course, wish him the best. The Capitals will be looking for a goalie still after the loss of Henrik Lundqvist. That's going to do it for sports. A final look at your forecast is just ahead. Keep it right here. You're watching 47 ABC.